a much-needed position because of how close these rounds have been. You don't want to find yourself in a man disadvantage against MIBR. They might give bodies away, but they take them as often as they give. But now, all from Bathroom. Muzi brings us the 3-piece to end it off for NIP.
There is no attacker-friendly map. I will say, though,
Ouch.
is when you've got Fenrir entrenched right now inside a break room, Muzi can do his best.
With the C4, made his way all the way in. He somehow worked his way all the way up. Muzi cuts down Gudo.
What?
Another multi-kill! Cuts 2 players down, meant to cover the very doorway. Cons and Pino with another Florio, nothing to do.
Nux on that top floor. We're already seeing quite a few of these drones, but it's going to be Muzi to take out Ask.
Muzi doesn't get a kill. They barely win a third of their rounds. If Muzi gets 1, let alone 2, it'd still be the NIP round. This utility, the bolts go out. A lot of it is shot, but Pino lands a nice one too. And with Muzi cutting down Gudo, somebody I believe watching Moto from blue, Nux shouldn't be able to rotate a whole heck of a lot farther. If you were curious at the impact Muzi has had on this roster, well, there's a 4K to show you that they need him to succeed.
As well. Not as big of a deal here because they've already dislodged the bandit, but something you can use to try and hold up at least the wall or that position for some time. He said he's heard something inside of Moto. He's playing actively for the swing. He's found one.
In those engagements, and you'll be in a great spot. Wizard dies early again. This has been an unfortunate part of NIP's series of events. They lose Cons as well. Ashy dies, but not before Pino can fall. Teams trading out. Fluxo with the upper hand, but the clock is about to strike 0. Unless Psycho can attempt that plant, he can. Muzi from above, nearsighted, but he gets the picks. It's all up to Mitrix to stop this, but he can't get to Psycho in time. What? Suddenly, with only a fraction of a second remaining.
These mid-round smokes, honestly, not a bad idea of how slow NIP can be. If you can delay them right here, nobody's going to complain. Muzi still finds a kill through the smoke on the EX, I believe, on White Stairs. Yes, indeed.
Or still have a decent bit of utility as well. I mean, not exactly the greatest, but though has to know that there's still potential for somebody to be on this top level, but as he sprints across the top level, where? There's no way! 2 huge kills with the M590. It's all up to Muzi! And he gets him!
Guys, eu acho que eu consigo pular a janela da área aberta, velho. Deixa eu ver, só vou ver cozinha aqui se não tiver. Sim. Vou fazer isso mesmo. Olha aí, olha aí. Vai. Vou entrar aqui. Só vai ter cara sozinho, Steve Lion. Tô dentro da bomba. Consegue colar a bomba com quantos vezes?
Peguei o eco na bomba.
Eu vou garantir o mecanismo. Peguei nice!
Bugas.
Loira pra briga levou a melhor. Recuperou a posição, o Muzi. Pega também o Loira. Abre na frente, rapidamente se adianta o Muzi. Belo trabalho do Muzi!
Cons cannot get that diffuser down, Nick, until they've cleared out the top floor.
No, I mean, they might have to go for a different play here. He's gonna Selma charge the ceiling and run somewhere else instead. Muzi finds a kill as well. NIP, they're fighting on the side as if they were the defenders, but they are in fact on the attacking side.
Ashy still alive for the time being, not till Muzi punishes him. Cons had attempted the defuse plant, but pulled off. Lucan still lurks from above. And with this drop, they'll hear him clear as day, rotate from workshop. That's where Lucan's looking. He sees Muzi, he loses to Muzi, a common refrain for players all across the globe who've had to engage with Muzi in a 1v1. Erds was wanting an engagement over towards Jacuzzi, and now KZ is baited in as well. Muzi and Pino doubling up. Nip now being used. Try and figure out what's inside of Church. A nice play by Muzi, who's been quite good so far, but again, the key to victory for Nip are these multi-kills. Well, they've already got one on the board. The final 2 players now need to engage.
No.
JV92 got a bit sloppy. Team leader himself, a fellow Pox, will need to get the job done, but it's a multi-kill from Muzi.
It's way easier, however. NIP have already made the smart decision and backed way away. That is a low HP Monty and a very dead good boy. As we said, all it would take is 1 round sometimes, and Arakaze is not much longer for this world.
Where I think for the attack, and I think it's fallen apart now, finally getting a bit of control, but NIP
Nice shot.
too aggressive and Rin in 1v4.
Yeah, it all to do, and no chance of doing it. Muzi, tearing them apart in that final round alongside
fights. And eventually it always boils down to brass tacks, right? You're gonna have to shoot somebody. It's very seldom that we ever see a plant go down without somebody at least being in opening blood. And Ninjas in Pajamas have done a very good job.
Muzi with one more stim as well to get himself back up if need be, continuing to be the demon that's haunting Black Dragons on these rafters. Florio down on the floor.
BG Man is able to tear it, and a third is about to pop at the same window. Like Soulless gets one more, can't quite make the triple, and Muzi's able to bite one back. They're going for the pick back up, but 30 seconds left. Crit J's still in sight, rebuilding everything they've been breaking down. Like Soulless on the swing onto the back towards the big stairs, but he has to be cautious of blue as there's a rotate that's coming back up from the Wumai. In this case, though, as I said, NIP, you got to try and get in the sight. They're just going to have to hot drop the hatches, go over the balconies, and see if they can stick it with the head down. They do win an important fight on the back end. Muzi, ever reliable, gets the clutch and the kill. Wizard with the cover, and somehow NIP hold on to the rest of the round.
A while until you see an engagement come through, and less cons fancy challenging the main stairs. Two players charging their way forwards. Out comes the E1D as well. Muzi straight in for the entry, immediately traded back out to cons though, into a 4 versus 4, and now we're going to have to see who adapts most when it comes to these rapid gunfights. The 3 versus 3
To try and get map control. As we now enter the mid-shot point of the round, a 2 versus 2.
Taken out, the man 3 from the previous round. Wizard still just in a very prolonged fight there, but Muzi finds the swing onto Crit J. Wizard's able to get some support.
The double door. So that's where the next pressure needs to come down from as Lycolas goes down by Muzi, just scalded out. And as we find ourselves in a 2 and 3 with stunts coming down.
Wizard gets the take onto the planner. They can just watch for the remaining drop of I-9. However,